Hello YouTube, my name is Joseph. Welcome back and thank you so much for tuning in to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. Please don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell and feel free to share this content. In today's video, we'll be showcasing Duraludon V again from the new Champions Path set. But this time, we'll be focusing on its extremely dangerous attack. While it seems weak at first, but once you build it up, you can one-hit KO anything that stands in its way. However, I admit, I have been having a hard time with fire-type matchups, but everything else, this deck is a monster. So to recap, in my last video, I made a deck that focused mainly on Duraludon V's very high defense. And I did forget to mention that you can also incorporate Metal Core Barrier into your deck. While it's not as permanent as Metal Goggles, you can attach this one so that on your opponent's turn, the Metal type Pokemon this is attached to will take 70 less damage. But you will have to discard it after your opponent's turn. So in effect, Duraludon can decrease damage in one turn for as much as 160 damage, the highest in the game. And so with that out of the way, let's focus now on Duraludon V's power. Again, Duraludon V has 220 HP. It has the ability Hard Coat, which makes this Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks. And with its one and only attack, Gatling Slug, for 3 colorless energy, it will do only 10 base damage. However, this attack will do 40 more damage for each metal energy attached to this Pokemon. So the idea behind this deck that I'm about to show you will focus on attaching as much metal energy on Duraludon as much as we can to increase its attack. I've experimented on a few other decks that were okay, like using the Hat Girls along with the Shady Dealings Inteleon, and you can actually use this strategy with the Call Signal Magneton, which I don't have, but it was really hard to set up, and most of the time I didn't even get the energy I needed once I used Morgan. And with all of the support card filling my deck, it was really hard to work with it. So I opted for a different approach. And so I present to you a very simple but very effective deck, way more consistent than all the other ones I've tried. In this deck, I have 4 Duraludon V. This is, of course, will be our main attacker. And I also have 2 Zacian Vs to temporarily attach energy to it, so we can use Energy Switch to give them to Duraludon V, and of course for its Intrepid Sword ability to get us to draw 3 cards consistently. And actually, to help with drawing cards, I also have a 2/2 line of Cinccino with the ability Make Do, which allows you to draw 2 cards once per turn in exchange for discarding 1 card from your hand. So with this, we can actually keep drawing cards so that we can get those energies into our hand. And on desperate occasions, you can even use its attack Energy Assist, which allows you to attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. And then after getting all of this energy into our hand, our main energy generator is a 2/2 line of Alchemy from Rebel Clash, and we'll focus mainly on its Decorate attack, whereby you can attach any number of basic energy from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. This is a very powerful attack, however it will end your turn. So the main thing here is to really plan ahead, make sure that your opponent cannot just gust your Duraludon V and knock it out after attaching all of that energy using Alchemy. So in most of my matches, I found it useful to have at least 2 Duraludon Vs energized to at least 6 or 7 energy each if it is possible. But I am happy to say that with Duraludon V's defense, along with Metal Goggles, it can actually survive most attacks, even Zacian V's attack. So it's very seldom that our opponent can one-hit KO Duraludon. I didn't add anything else to increase Duraludon V's defense in this deck because I wanted to focus mainly on its offense. So the only thing that will really help us is Metal Goggles, adding 30 more defense to Duraludon V. So as for the rest of the deck, I have 2 Energy Switch, 3 Evolution Incense, 4 Metal Saucers. This one really helps out metal decks because, especially with those Crushing Hammers being utilized a lot nowadays, even if they discard it, we can actually use that against them and use Metal Saucer and attach those discarded basic energy cards to our benched metal Pokemon. Next, we have 3 Quick Balls, 3 Switch, 2 Bird Keepers. I added this one mainly for its switching because Duraludon V has actually 3 retreat costs, which makes it hard to retreat sometimes. Because if I didn't need Duraludon in the active just yet, having the capability to switch always comes in handy, especially if we're running low on switch cards. But drawing 3 cards is a plus for this card because it can potentially get us more energies into our hand. Next, we have 2 Boss's Order, 2 Marnies, 2 Metal Goggles, 1 Weakness Guard energy, and a whopping 22 metal energies, because having a lot in this build is very, very important. Also, try to remember these numbers for Duraludon's attack. With 3 metal energy, Duraludon V will do 130 damage. 4 metal energy, 170 damage. 5 is 210, 6 is 250, and at 7 metal energy, you can knock out ADP and most, if not all, tag teams at 290 damage. And then at 8 metal energy, you can knock out majority of VMAXs at 330 damage. And at 9 metal energy, Duraludon V will do 370 damage. At this rate, no Pokemon at its base HP would survive its attack. I guess we could say that this is a metal version of Centiskorch VMAX with its almost limitless attack increase, limited only to how much energy you have in your deck, of course. After using Duraludon V, this has become one of my favorite cards in the game. So there you have it. This is a fairly simple deck, but it truly is enjoyable to play. I really hope you get to try this out for yourselves. But enough talk, let's see some gameplay. And the timestamps of each match is in the description below for your convenience. Alright, we're gonna choose heads with this one. Minccino will go into the active. Alright, so looks like we're dealing with a metal deck as well. Yep. Alright, we get metal goggles. Okay, Melmetal with Zacian V. It's gonna be interesting. We should be able to survive the first turn at least, because they won't be able to attack just yet. Because usually Melmetal decks are slow going. They focus their attention on defense and just surviving throughout the game. So we'll just use this Evolution Incense and evolve into Cinccino. That way we can make the ability so that we can get more cards. And it's nice we got Duraludon V right away. We'll just attach a energy and metal goggles. So we can definitely use energy assist, but unfortunately the one we discarded was the weakness guard energy. I figured I didn't need that because we are not dealing with fire decks anyway. So I think we're just gonna have to pass this turn. Yep. So our opponent has a lot of cards in their hand right now, so they can definitely use they have a lot of options, unlike us. They're gonna use a Sonia now. Melmetal has 2 energies, and it's alright. They can use their full metal wall, GX, and it's okay to discard energy from either Duraludon or Cinccino because they only have 1 energy anyways. So we saw an Eggy Slash. They're definitely going to increase their defense that way. So it's similar to the video that I made previously for the deck profile with Duraludon V actually using Lucario and also Aegislash. So very interesting deck they have. And they also have alright, so let's just use Make Do for now. Discard this energy. We have a Quick Ball. Let's use that. Discard another energy and get his Zacian V so we can start using its Intrepid Sword. Attach an energy on Duraludon V. And we'll switch Zacian V into the active actually. Because I don't want Cinccino to get knocked out just yet. I want a continuous drawing. And Zacian V can tank a lot of attack unlike Cinccino. So we're just gonna leave Zacian V into the active, and I'm hoping with Cinccino we can. Oh man! But they're gonna boss's order Duraludon V. They're gonna use Full Metal Wall and discarding all of its energy. But we have Milcery, which is good. Let's just use Bird Keeper so we can draw more cards. Wow, okay, we got another Bird Keeper, which is good. And I'm just gonna use Make Do, and let's discard this Quick Ball because we have all of the basics we need. We could use another Duraludon, but that's fine for now. We can focus on building this one up for the meantime. Let's just put it on Duraludon V, and I'm just gonna use Intrepid Sword without attaching any energy. We could use it on Alchemy and energy too, because when we attack we need an energy anyways, but that's fine for now. And that's good, we already have Alchemy in our hand, so we have enough energy actually, so we can just use Bird Keeper to switch it out, give us more energy on our hand, and use Alchemy's attack. So they're gonna attach another Metal Goggle on. They're gonna attach a Metal Goggle on Lucario. Now it has 60 defense. But they're gonna switch out Zacian V. Not sure why. And then they're gonna use Intrepid Sword. Okay, so now they have two energies. We have another Duraludon V. We can definitely put that in the bench. We're gonna use Bird Keeper to switch out, evolve into Alchemy, and we have a lot of energy. And we're just gonna use Energy Switch to get that energy from Cinccino to Duraludon V. Let's use Make Do first. We can get rid of this Evolution Incense. We don't need that. We can use Metal Saucer to get these energy onto Duraludon V, and then use Decorate to put one energy, 2 energy, 3 energy, and maybe one more. And then I'm just gonna put these two on the other Duraludon V to just get it ready. So 7 should be enough to knock out Zacian at least. 7 times 4, 280 minus 60. So we might need one more energy to knock out the Lucario with one hit. But man, once you stack up these energies, that's it. It's basically game over for a lot of unless they knock out the Duraludon V. So again, fire decks, we don't really do well with that one because they have, of course, weakness and a lot of our cards in our deck, and they are really fast at accelerating energy. They're a lot faster than us because they have Welder and everything. So they actually can attack at turn 1 or even turn 2. So it accelerates faster than our deck does. That's why for the most part this deck build doesn't really do well with fire decks. So our opponent attacks with Zacian V, and that knocks out our Alchemy, but that's fine. Now we can start attacking with Duraludon V. We can use Metal Saucer, but first let's Make Do we can get rid of this Milcery and attach one more energy on Duraludon V. Use Metal Saucer to attach one energy on the other Duraludon V. We're gonna use Marnie to get rid of all those cards from our opponent's hand. That way they have less option, and if they were planning on whatever it is, they can't do anything. And just for safety, we're gonna energy switch one more energy, attack Gatling Slug, and we're gonna do 280 damage on Zacian V despite having 60 defense. So crazy. Duraludon V is a monster. And this is the best build that I've been able to I've been figuring out for the past few days, and this has worked out really well for me. This Hone Edge, there's not much. It can discard one, but we can just replace it with another energy. That's why having a lot of energy in this build with 22 metal energies is very important. So we don't really care. We just need to be able to get as much energy of these energy on our Duraludons as fast as possible. So we're gonna use Boss Order, and we're gonna use Gatling Slug, and knocks it out with 320 damage despite having 60 defense. So with 10 energy, that's a lot. That's 410 damage basically, but with their defense, that's how much damage we were able to do. So Stunfisk V is now in the active. We can actually just one hit knock this one out. Even if it does deal damage, we will win the game in our next turn. And we have Boss Order, and Stunfisk won't even be able to deal any damage because we have Metal Goggles and we have Hard Code. So let's just maximize our move here. Let's use Metal Saucer. Let's evolve this into... Okay, well, our opponent already gives up. Alright, we win the coin flip. We will go first since this is not a fire deck anyways. So we're safe. We're safe to go first, I think. Hopefully. Okay, we are gonna mulligan, and our starting Pokemon is Duraludon V. We have Metal Goggles, which is good to increase our defense right at the get-go. Clefairy, okay. Let's use Quick Ball, get Zacian V so we can start using its Intrepid Sword. We'll attach one energy on Duraludon V and Intrepid Sword, and just get these cards on our hand. So we're not gonna attach any energy on Zacian V, because again, in this deck I only have 2 energy switch, so I don't want to attach too much on Zacian V just yet. Our opponent is using hammers, crushing hammers, and they discarded a lot, and we are facing off Dragapult V. More crushing hammers. Scoop up net. Okay. They bite, but we don't get damaged. I think we should be okay with this matchup, actually. We should be okay. So let's attach another energy on this Duraludon V. We're gonna use Quick Ball, get rid of one energy, and I think, which is better, Milcery or Minccino? I think Minccino. We need to get more cards in our hand. So if we build up this Minccino, it'd be really good. We have Metal Saucer and 2 Boss Order. Okay, our opponent's gonna use Crobat to get more cards in their hand. And Dragapult V actually has Horror Energy, so when we do attack, Duraludon V will get damaged with that. So we gotta be careful.
They used Zigzagoon, but they probably put that damage on Duraludon V, but it's not gonna get affected because of we're being protected by the metal goggles, so we're good with that. Our opponent does evolve into Dragapult VMAX, and they will Marnie, which actually could be good for us if we have a Cinccino. That'd be great. That'd be great. But no, we don't. We do have another Quick Ball, and they will attack us for 70. We have 150 health left, so we should be able to survive 2 more attacks, maybe. Let's use Metal Saucer and just attach this on Zacian V, just in case we need to attack with it. And we're just gonna attack with Gatling Slug, which will do 130, and it has 190 HP left. We are down to 130 HP though, and they can actually knock us out in 2 turns. Now that our HP is lower, and they with that other horror energy. Okay, they put Minccino in the active, and they're gonna knock it out. But they won't be able to hit Duraludon because it has metal goggles, so we're good. But they do hit Zacian V with 50. So now we have to figure out. Yeah, we should be able to survive. Let's just put another energy on. Actually, if we just have 1 more energy on Duraludon V, we should be fine. And I'm just gonna attach this energy on Zacian V. I don't want to attack yet because those horror energy is gonna deal damage on Duraludon V, and once it does, Dragapult VMAX can knock us out. But oh man, they were able to take away one of Duraludon V's energy, which is a problem because of that Clefairy evolution there. We do have another Duraludon V, and I think I'm just gonna have to attack with Zacian V in this turn to knock out this Dragapult VMAX. Yeah, it's necessary because we don't. I don't want any more shenanigans, which could knock out a lot of our Pokemon. So we get a lot of good pulls from our prize cards, which is not really nice. We can even set up a new Cinccino or even Alcremie if we need to. So they have those Clefables. So that removes energy from Zacian V, which is fine with us because that was a one-time thing anyways. Okay. They can remove another energy with the Crushing Hammer. But that's fine, we can't attack with Zacian V this turn anyway. So I'm just gonna attach an energy, put another Zacian on the bench, and I'm gonna just switch the last energy on Zacian V onto our now damaged Duraludon V. We're gonna use Quick Ball to get Milcery, and I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword with the benched Zacian V. We get another Metal Goggles. That's gonna go into the other Duraludon V. We have 3 in our discard pile. We still have a few switch, and we also have Bird Keeper, so we can definitely switch out this damaged Zacian V. Alright, they're gonna Zigzagoon, and they're gonna damage Milcery. And they get another Dragapult VMAX. They're gonna switch out to Zacian V, the benched one. I'm gonna use Evolution Incense to get a Alcremie. Evolve that, so they won't be able to Zigzagoon knock out. And I'm gonna put this Metal Goggles, and I'm gonna Intrepid Sword until we get a switch or a Bird Keeper. That's what I'm looking for. So we do have basic energy on our discard pile. We can definitely use that Metal Saucer to add to this Dragapult V. So I'm just gonna keep adding to this. We have 8 now, and I'm gonna keep Intrepid Sword. And I'm actually gonna attach energy on this, just in case. Just in case. So we're at 8. 8 times 4. So we should be good to. We should be able to knock out. Oh, but we can't really switch out because they have the Galar Mine there. We need 4 energies on Zacian B, but we have Bird Keeper, but now we can't use Boss's Order to switch out Dragapult VMAX. If we can attach 2 energies on Zacian V, we can just retreat and then use Boss's Order to attack. Here, I'm just putting energy. We're at 11 now. This is fairly dangerous though. We have 2 more switch. I just need a switch. That's it. So I can use the Boss's Order. Okay. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have Boss's Order because we have all this energy on Duraludon V. Okay, they're gonna Crushing Hammer, but that's fine. We can just replace it. We can actually use Metal Saucer. We get another Boss's Order. Let's use Metal Saucer to add that energy back. And I think I'm just gonna put energy on this Zacian V. Okay, we start. Maybe we could just use Boss's Order to get that Dragapult into the active. Maybe. And actually I can use even use energy switch. Oh, speaking of switch, let's add another energy. Energy switch Zacian V on this Duraludon V. Switch Boss's Order. But let's put the Milcery first. Boss's Order. And see how much damage we're gonna deal with 13 energy. 530 damage. There you have it. 530 damage, 13 energy. Alright, so we win the coin flip. We're gonna opt to go first. I don't know what we're dealing with. Probably Eternatus because they have that big coin. I'm gonna put Zacian V into the active and Duraludon V in the bench. Okay, so it is an Eternatus VMAX deck. We did win against one on our defensive Duraludon, but I'm not sure how we're gonna do with this one. Zacian V will just do Intrepid Sword for the meantime. Zacian V is in the active because my main focus really will be on Duraludon V as the attacker. So having Zacian V in the active, because if our opponent is able to set up really quickly with this match using Eternatus VMAX, then it's going to be dealing 270 damage every turn. So having Zacian V there keeps Duraludon V alive for a few more turns. So I think we should be fine the next few turns, but I really want to set up Alcremie real quick and get a lot of energy. And I could use a Metal Goggle on Duraludon because with 60 defense, Eternatus VMAX would not be able to knock out Duraludon V actually, because it's gonna survive with 10 HP. So 270 damage minus 60 is 210. So Duraludon V at full HP with Metal Goggle, Eternatus VMAX with a full bench would not be able to knock out Duraludon V. And when they do that, if we do have a full energy attached to Duraludon V, we can actually one-hit KO Eternatus. So let's just attach energy, and I'm just gonna use Bird Keeper to get more cards. We have Minccino here, and I'm just gonna switch Zacian back, and I'm gonna Intrepid Sword again. So we are getting a lot of energy, which is good. I just need Alcremie basic. I need Milcery to get set up. We do have the evolution incense for that, so we're good. But at least we can evolve Cinccino on our next turn and start getting more cards on our hand. So our opponent does evolve into Eternatus VMAX. They have Pierce. I'm guessing they're gonna use Crobat to get more cards, but they will only get one, I think, 1 or 2 cards in their hand if they use Crobat, but we'll see. Okay, they get another Eternatus V and a regular energy, and they're gonna attach it to the Eternatus VMAX. They're gonna use an Evo Incense. Yeah, I think that's the promo. Yeah. Yep. They're all promos. Nice. Okay, so they have a Hydreigon line on this deck, and that's it. They pass. So this is good. We can actually set up our Alcremie here. So we'll get a Milcery with the Quick Ball. I'm gonna evolve Cinccino, and I'm gonna make do and get rid of 1 energy. Alright, we can use this Metal Saucer and attach more energy on our Duraludon V. We have a boss's order. We can actually, if we get enough energy on this Duraludon V, we can actually switch that Eternatus VMAX. So we are getting a lot of energy, which is really good. We just have to figure out how to switch Zacian V to Alcremie. Actually, I should have attached 2 energies on Zacian V so that we can retreat with it when we use the Intrepid Sword. But guess we're gonna have to wait another turn actually. I mean, I could attach an energy on Zacian V, use energy switch, and then retreat into... Oh, but then we can't use Alcremie because we were already using... we already attached an energy on that turn, so... I mean, if we had 2 energy switch... Oh no, they have a Marnie! All this energy will be lost once they use Marnie. They do pass, they still don't attack. Let's put this Duraludon V. Let's use Make Do, get rid of 1 Evo Incense. We don't need that. I'm gonna use Evo Incense to get an Alcremie. Evolve that. Yeah, let's evolve that first. And they have a Marnie, so if we can use up all of these energy, we can. Just gonna use Quick Ball, get another Minccino. If we had a switch, that would be really nice. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, I think I'll just attach an energy on this first Duraludon V. Yeah, we can't... I mean, if we use Marnie, we just do what they're gonna do in their next turn. If I use Boss Order, that's not gonna do anything. So I think I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword, attach an energy on Zacian V. That'll at least get us another energy on our next turn, maybe if we get another energy switch onto Duraludon. So we could do that. There's a Metal Goggles, but that's gonna go away most possibly because they're gonna use Marnie. Yeah, so they do use Marnie. All those energy, man. One more turn, I think we could have used Alcremie. But that's fine. That's fine. We get Marnie back and the metal goggles, which is good. And we have energy, so we can use. We can even use metal saucer here. Yep. So okay, we could do that. Attach another energy, and I think I'm gonna use probably. Can I use Cinccino? And I'll probably just get rid of Marnie. We get another metal saucer. Actually, we're energizing this Duraludon fairly quickly. Ooh. So with this Intrepid Sword, we actually get a boss order. And I think we could do this. With 8 energy. Times 4. 8 times 4. 1632. So... actually, it's not gonna be enough, I don't think, to knock out Eternatus VMAX. If we have a switch, that would really help, because we can boss's order, switch, and then attach an energy, and 9 energy would knock out that Eternatus VMAX. Okay, so they're still not attacking. So let's just use Make Do. We can get rid of this other Duraludon. We have... oh, there's the switch! So let's attach an energy. And then... switch. Energy switch. Zacian's energy. And we're gonna boss's order. Gatling Slug. One hit. KO. 410 against Eternatus VMAX. So, I mean, it's fortunate for us because our opponent wasn't able to set up as fast as they could have. I think what's missing is Crobats on their deck. But yeah, so we get three prize cards for that. So, oh man. So there you have it. Duraludon V is a monster. At 10 energy, 410 HP, 410 damage. Nothing is gonna survive that. So let's see if our opponent has a game plan, but anything that comes our way. This Duraludon V is now actually stronger than Eternatus VMAX because it's doing 410 damage. It's doing 410 damage. It's now stronger than Eternatus VMAX. And its defense, it has 60 defense, so it's not gonna get knocked out anytime soon. So, man. Duraludon V, I think, is a really good card. Against fire decks, not so much, but in most matchups, Duraludon V, once you set it up with all those energies, it's a monster. And I think if we can even play around with this deck. If we put boss order, you can definitely boss's order a lot of double prizers or triple prize Pokemon and just knock them out and win the game as quickly as possible, or even maybe a Pokemon catcher. That would be very helpful. So they're energizing their Darkrai tag team and the other Eternatus V, and then they're just gonna pass. Okay, so I'm just gonna evolve Cinccino here. Here you go. Attach an energy on Duraludon V again. With that poison, we're gonna be okay. Yeah. Let's just make do. Get rid of this Alchemy. Get more card. Okay, so our opponent just gives up. Alright, good game. Alright. We're gonna choose heads. We lose the coin flip. And we are gonna go first. Okay. So we are against the fighting deck. Duraludon V goes into the active. Falinks. Okay. Falinks is gonna be our opponent today. So we have Metal Goggles on Duraludon V and 1 energy. And they have Fighting Dojo. We don't have any stadium in this deck. Just okay with me, actually. Because I wanted to maximize everything. They are gonna use... Oh, they do discard 1 card, 1 energy from our Duraludon using Crushing Hammer. That's okay, we can use Metal Saucer to accommodate for that, but we need another basic. Alright, so Call for Family calls 2 more Falinks V, and I think I'm just gonna use Marnie because we need more cards, more options in our hands. So we got Minccino, and that's pretty much it. We'll just should be okay for now, I think. Duraludon V should survive. So actually with Falinks V deck, with 4 Falinks, that's gonna reduce 80 damage on Falinks. So the Falinks V deck actually is one of the more defensive decks in the game. Let's just use what's that? Evolution Incense, and I'm just gonna attach an energy on Cinccino. Maybe we can use energy assist just in case. I'm just gonna get rid of that Alchemy. It's good we get a Zacian V. I think I'm just gonna retreat. I could use Cinccino for the next few turns, and I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword to get more cards in our hand. So we do have Milcery, which is good. Zacian V should survive, and they end their turn. Okay, which is good. I'm just gonna attach another energy on Duraludon V. Now we have 2 Duraludon V on our hand. I'm gonna use Make Do. Get rid of this weakness guard. We don't need that. We don't need another Milcery. So I think, but just in case, let's just Intrepid Sword and get as much energy on our hand as we can. Yeah, because they could just boss's order our one of our Milcery, and then that could be it for us. But they're not getting any energy, so you know we're very fortunate for that. I'm just gonna keep using Make Do. We don't need the Quick Ball. We have a full bench already, so I'm just gonna evolve into Alchemy, and there's no more Alchemy. It would be nice if we had another one, but that's fine. And then I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword again. Ooh, actually it's really nice we get a bird catcher. I can switch out into Alchemy, put an energy, and then start energizing. So they now have 2 Falinks, 2 energies on Falinks, and they're doing 160 on our Zacian. So it's still alive. I think I'm gonna switch out to get more cards, but I will see. I'm gonna use Metal Saucer on, let's see, energy switch to Duraludon V into the active, and then I'm gonna just switch into Alchemy. So we can use this Metal Saucer to add another energy on this Duraludon V, and then I'm just gonna use Decorate, and let's see, put 1 energy there, energy there, and we have 6. I think I'm gonna start building up this other Duraludon V just in case, because this Falinks deck can do a lot of damage actually. So with 160, you can just knock out our Duraludon V in 2 hits. So Falinks V is one of the more defensive decks. that reduces 8. Okay, there it is. There's the boss's order. Okay, it's doing 100. So they can actually... We can do... So they will be doing 2 hits. Alright, so we are doing 170 damage, even with all those defense, with 6 energy on Duraludon V. So our other Duraludon should be ready for the next few turns. So team attack. Why did they knock it out though? Oh, because of the dojo and they're behind on prizes. Okay, I see. So they increased their attack 40 more times, so they were able to knock it out. So I'm just gonna attach an energy there, get the other Duraludon into the bench, and then make do. And I think I'm just gonna attack this Falinks because he has all the energy. We could use boss's order to switch one of the Falinks V and knock it out, but that one with a lot of energy is more dangerous. Alright, our opponent just gives up. Cool. And that's a look at Duraludon V's ultimate attack power. What did you think of this idea? Also, let me know what builds you've tried that would bring out the power of Duraludon V. Please let me know in your comments below. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to press the like button. Also consider subscribing if you haven't already for more contents like these. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care of yourselves and have a great day.